Now we have an application problem where we might use something like a system of equations. So it says, the Community College Fine Arts Department sold 3 kinds of tickets to the latest dance presentation. The adult tickets sold for $20, I'm going to call those A. And the student tickets sold for $12, I'll call that S. And then the child tickets sold for $10, I'm going to call that C. The Fine Arts Department was thrilled to have sold 350 tickets. So when I say A is the adult tickets, I'm talking about the number of adult tickets sold. So A plus S plus the number of student tickets sold plus the number of children tickets, anyway, sold is 350. So that's an equation right there. You see the 3 variables. I didn't use X, Y, and Z. You could. I just used A, S, and C for adult, student, and child. I probably should have used X, Y, and Z. You know what? Let's use X, Y, and Z. Just erase that. Now, I have to make sure I know which one's which, but this will be my X, my Y, and my Z. Still the same thing. X plus Y plus Z equals 350, but now at least it's kind of what we're used to seeing. Okay. The art department was thrilled to have sold 350 tickets. Okay, so we did that and brought in $4,650 in one night. So now we need another equation showing value, like how much money did you make off the adult tickets? Well, it was $20 per adult ticket. It was $12 for every student ticket, and it was $10 for every child ticket. And that brought in a total of $4,650. The number of child tickets sold is the same as the number of adult tickets sold. Okay, so the child tickets, that was Z, right? Z was for child. And the adult tickets was X. So what does this tell us? It says X equals Z, right? So it's telling you the number of child tickets sold is the same as the number of adult tickets sold. Now we haven't used this, well, we've used it before, but haven't really talked about it. You can use that as a substitution then. For every X, you could put in a Z. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Where can I put that? So I'll come over here. Z plus Y plus Z equals 350 then. And then in the bottom equation, the blue equation, I can write 20Z plus 12Y plus 10Z equals 4,650. So I'm replacing that X with Z. Now, and you might say, well, why didn't you replace the Z with the X? I could have, maybe I should have, but I had to pick one way to go. Okay, so now we can combine in the top, that black equation that I'm writing in black, I can combine some stuff. So I have Y plus 2Z equals 350. And then in the bottom one, I have 12Y. Now notice I want to keep the Y's in alignment and the Z's in alignment. Plus 30Z equals 4,650. Oh man, I forgot to write it in blue. I was all excited. Probably knew which equation was which, but okay, so that's what we have there. Well, I'm either going to want to multiply the top one by a -12 or a -15. -12 if I want to get rid of the Y's, and -15 if I want to get rid of the Z's. I'll go with a -12. It seems like a little bit smaller number. I'll multiply the top equation by a -12. So I'm going to get, maybe you'll let me write it right underneath here, -12Y minus 24Z equals, okay, now I need a calculator. What's 350? 350 times 12. And it's going to be negative, so -4,200. Okay, now one thing to point out on this example, you can't sell part of a ticket, so this has to come out to be an integer, right? Can't sell half a ticket. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add these equations together. The Y's are dropping out. I get 6z equals 450. Oops, now if I read it wrong. I hope 6 goes into 450. Let's see, 75. So z equals 75. So what does that mean? It means that 75 tickets were sold for the child tickets. So it wants us, I didn't even read the question, how many of each type did the department sell? Adult tickets and child tickets were the same. So adult, 75 tickets. I don't want to put a dash. Let's put a colon. So 75 tickets they sold. The child tickets, 75. But we need to know how many student tickets were sold. So we're going to have to go figure that out. And we're going to use one of those equations that had y and z in it. Now, I would pick the one with the smaller ones. So see this equation right here, this one? I'm going to use that one. So y plus 2z equals 350. You could use any of the equations because you have the information to do that. We're just looking for y. But z was 75, right? Y plus 2 times 75 equals 350. Y plus 150 equals 350. So y equals 200. So I sold a lot more student tickets, but okay, so 200 tickets then for the student tickets. And you could check that, multiply it out with the money and see if it works out to be the right answer. So hopefully it does.